Three,
Go.
2, 1.
Hello, January 12th, 2017. Roblox Sports NBA Talk. Alright, today, first topic of the day. We are going mid-season MVPs. Right now we got Harden and Westbrook full swing going. Who's your pick? George.
My pick is Harden because I think that when you look at him, he's done more to help his team to get to a higher seed. Westbrook may have the stats, but when they face each other, Harden had 18 chances for assists, meaning he set up his teammates 18 times to have a chance at assists, whereas Westbrook only did that 8 times. At times he's been a ball hog. He's 1 for 6 in game-clinching shots, and they've all been extremely contested. He doesn't trust anyone. He needs to work more with his teammates, and I think that's holding him back.
Let's just keep in mind, as of today, the triple-double count is 18 Westbrook, 11 to Harden.
I completely agree with George here. I think Harden will take it home. Westbrook thinks we all think that Westbrook is one of the best players in the NBA,
Well,
but he's
he
not.
is.
He's one of the best players. Okay, he's one of the best players, but is he the one that does the most for his team? And I think that by taking all the shots that he does, it kind of hurts his team a little bit. That's why Harden, he's a better isolation player. He's a better he's a better shooter and all that. I think he can take the MVP home I think he will take the MVP.
All right. I have to go the other way, and George, I'd like you to let me finish on this time, okay? Because, you think about this award.
No. I'm gonna let you finish, but George has the greatest music video of all time. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this guy's
Yeah, so I'm cutting that.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to go the other way on this one. It's Westbrook is the MVP thus far this season. When you think about this award, most valuable player, he has been the most valuable player to his team, more valuable than Harden. Look, James Harden, he's been great. He's been very valuable to his team. He's been the catalyst. But they've had other contributors. Eric Gordon, he's probably the 6th man of the year. Ryan Anderson's having a great year. Great year. It's just he has the right players around him to succeed. Westbrook, on the other hand, barely has any shooting around him. Has no scores. Steven Adams is a great player, but he's not an offensive player.
Victor Oladipo's an offensive player.
Victor Depot is more of a defensive player than an offensive player. Andre Robertson is a non-offensive threat, and yet Westbrook is still getting over 10 assists a game. He's doing basically everything.
Harden actually is leading the NBA in assists.
Yeah, I know, but Westbrook means literally everything to that team. I mean, they would be
So does Harden.
They would be as bad as the 76ers.
I think you also have to look at the record, and that Harden's team is right now 2nd in the West.
31 and 10.
Without
Westbrook's
stop.
team,
Dom's talking with the camera.
their record is a lot worse.
Can you stop, bro?
Without Harden.
Yo, stop talking. We have to start from 3 sentences back.
Alright, should I start where?
Start
I
with
didn't do
Ryan
anything, bro. I
Anderson
just
started.
zoomed in.
Yeah, so Ryan Anderson's having a great year. Basically, the reason the Rockets are doing so well is because of Harden, yes, but also because they have the right players to succeed in the Mike D'Antoni system.
You can also argue that can't you argue that the Rockets have less talent than they did last year? But since Harden
Yes,
made
but
the
they have a
switch,
better system.
since
this
Harden
year.
made the switch to the point guard, that's making all the difference.
Yeah,
Well, Patrick
we
Beverley
can
is
talk
still in
about
that starting
system. We can
lineup,
talk about
so
system
yes.
all we want. I mean, the Thunder took a big step up once they got to Billy Donovan. That's a big system.
Well, not really. I mean,
Yes, they did.
it's not a huge system change. I mean, besides,
Yes,
Westbrook,
it's a new
look,
coach.
you think about what Westbrook has around him. Steven Adams is a non-offensive player. Andre Robinson is a non-offensive player.
Steven
Victor
Adams is
Oladipo
one of the top pick and roll big men in the league. By stats.
He's a great player, but he's not.
At the same time,
But he
at
can't-
the
he
same
can't-
at the
but he
same
can't-
time, Harden doesn't have a big man to throw that to run that pick and roll with.
Yeah, he does. He can run the pick and pop with Ryan Anderson all he wants.
Ryan Anderson's a 3-point outside
And
shooter.
and I know even Clint Capella, even though Clint Capella's not here right now,
Clint Capella has a below 40%.
he can run the pick and roll with Nene. He can run the pick and roll with Montrezl.
Nene Hilario is not a big.
Okay, you
It's
can
not.
name.
Because look. Just Westbrook. You think about what he has around him. Steven Adams is a non-offensive player. Andre Robinson is a non-offensive player. Victor Oladipo is a pretty good offensive player, but he's more of a defensive player.
No, he's not.
He's not.
And,
No,
and,
Victor
and,
Oladipo
and,
is a scorer.
and he doesn't shoot from 3. So Westbrook doesn't even have spacing around him like Harden does.
Yeah, well, Westbrook
Okay?
can't shoot either. It's not like
Westbrook's
he's spacing it out.
But Westbrook is still averaging over 10 assists a game. He means everything to that team. Without him, they would be as bad as the Brooklyn Nets right now.
Same with Harden.
No,
Same with
without
Harden.
Harden,
Exactly
You make the argument with Harden.
With Harden, the Rockets would be a fringe playoff team. Okay?
No, they would not.
Yes, they would be because
Alex, what do you
Mike
think?
D'Antoni has the right players to succeed, not just Harden. Okay? Eric Gordon and Ryan Anderson.
All right, I want to stop. I'm going to cut you off. I want to hear from Alex real quickly.
Listen, Westbrook is a good player, and we know that he might.
He's a great player.
We know that he might get the triple doubles that he needs to get to average the triple double, whatever. Anyway, he could break the triple double record, but I still think that Harden will take home the MVP just because of the standings, just because of where their teams are. The Rockets are 3 seed coming up on the 2 seed, and where are the Thunder? They're all the way down. They're all the way down in the bottom.
Because Westbrook has no offensive
I mean,
players
you
around
want to
him.
talk
Well,
about.
he's hurting his team by taking all those shots.
He's hurting his team.
He's
What's
doing a lot of good things, but also taking those shots. Like
Who's the
that's
next
a
best
lot.
scorer on that team?
Okay.
Enes Kanter?
No,
no
Victor
disrespect.
Oladipo.
No disrespect.
Victor Oladipo.
No disrespect to Enes Kanter. Victor Oladipo and Enes Kanter are great players, but come on, Westbrook is the guy. He
Looking-
needs everything.
Looking at his individual performance, he doesn't even lead the league in player efficiency rating. That's Anthony Davis.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, just like, but no, the problem is, but like, I mean, PR doesn't measure everything. Westbrook has actually been able to make his teammates better, despite the fact that that his teammates are so limited.
I just want to chirp in real quickly and say that Westbrook, Harden actually has leads the league in points contributed to. So that's scoring plus assists. Harden actually leads the
Harden
league
has
at,
the
by
right
about
guys.
2 points a game. All right, so real quickly, just for a few minutes, I want to shift gears to what trade talk are we hearing around the league? What are some NBA midseason trades we could see that will happen before the deadline?
Well, I think the player who's most likely to get traded is Goran Dragic. You look at the situation because there are a lot of players who I think teams want to trade that have some value, but I think Goran Dragic has more value than all those other players we've heard on the trade block. He still has 3 years left on his deal after this season, so teams don't have to worry about a potential rental. He's been an offensive force. He's averaging like a little over 19 points a game. Is an excellent playmaker, good defender, and the Heat, they're basically in the real rebuilding mode. They want draft picks, and I think that Goran Dragic. And I think there are many teams out there.
How many draft picks do you think they're going to give out for 30 plus year?
That's a good question. And possibly one, but I think it could be a good draft pick, and they can maybe get a young player as well. So I mean, yeah, I think Goran Dragic, and I think there are a lot of teams out there that need a point guard who can shoot and make plays. And so I think Goran Dragic is the most likely player.
George, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head. Dragic, he hasn't really taken that next step that the Heat were hoping for. He's almost plateaued or even regressed. He's been a lot better on the Suns when they just gave him the ball. It's like, go do whatever you need to do. But if they really want to put Dragic on a great team, he is not going to make the big impact. And also, as we've seen lately, picks and getting good players is not happening
Completely
as much
synonymous.
often. Because if you look at Enes Kanter was traded for nothing, but it was addition by subtraction. Rudy Gobert came out of nowhere to be a great player. It's a lot of that, and I think they need to clear the way for Josh Richardson, but they're not going to get enough
Josh Richardson isn't a
for
point guard.
Dragic. They're not going to get enough for Dragic.
I think they could because like he actually, if you actually look at his statistics and what he's doing for that team, he's their best player right now, and he actually is playing the way he played on
But
the
their
Suns.
second best players are really Josh Richardson. Hassan Whiteside is not a great offensive player. Rodney McGruder is an undrafted free agent.
Alright, I see a couple things happening. I can see a couple things. So, I think that the Knicks need a revamp in their roster. I think they need to trade what they have right now and then tank for draft picks. I think they would be it would help their situation if they looked for a trade for Carmelo Anthony, possibly Derrick Rose, and get that contract out of there with Joe Noah. His contract is too big for them to take on.
See, here's the thing, because
I want to point out that
Joakim-
Melo has almost complete control of where he goes. So
Yeah,
Melo is not going anywhere without.
He also
Melo
had his,
Carmelo Anthony is not going anywhere without his.
He also
has a no trade
without his
clause.
blessing. Yeah,
So
Carmelo Anthony is not going anywhere without.
I think he would.
I think if the Knicks are trading anywhere, I think they're trading Derrick Rose, especially after this incident last Monday. Even though he had the family emergency, he did not let the team know. And then also, I think you're looking at his newest say his newest like dialogue about what he wants for a contract. He's asking the Knicks for a 5-year, $150 million max deal. Someone who is basically playing 85% and has never and maybe might not have 5 years left in those knees.
Look, Joakim Noah's contract, like, it's kind of contract that you have to involve a draft pick to move. Because, like, you know, teams aren't going to want to take on that
I think you
contract
can
without a
couple
draft
him
pick.
with
And so
Anthony.
basically, if you involve a draft pick, then you can't tank to the bottom.
I think you can couple him with. I think
Well,
a
that's
team
just
is.
a lot of
I think a
salary.
team is willing to take on Noah's contract to get one of the best pure
I'm not saying
ISO scores in
no
the
team
league.
would be
But
willing
you
to
also
take
look
it
at the
on.
Knicks. If they get rid of Rose, Melo, Noah, they can tank this year. They'll get a top pick. They own their draft pick next year. It's another top pick. They need to surround Porzingis with players that can
I
help
agree
him.
with
They have
that.
to. They
Because
have
you
to
look at
revamp.
Rose is he looks to shoot first. You look at Melo, it's a lot of ISO scoring and he's forcing the shot. They need someone that can really help around.
Carl Anthony's
Porzingis.
actually
A guy
averaging
like
career
Dick-
high in assists this year.
Yes, but he's still not a great. He's
Still-
still not a great.
still an
he's
ISO
not
I
a
agree
great
with
passer.
the thing about the future, but like, what do you think they could get? Like, I mean, if they put Melo and Noah
I
in
think
a
the
trade
Celtics-
together, like, I'm not saying that. Well, the Celtics would not be willing to give up the Brooklyn picks. For
Celtics-
They would not, but they can still get quality
But
assets.
that's
You
what
can
the
get
Knicks are gonna
you can get a
ask
Jay
for.
Crowder, you can get Marcus Smart.
I-
You know they have protected picks on the Clippers. They have
The
Clippers.
Celtics
they have
don't
picks
need.
on the
What the
Memphis
Celtics need is a
Grizzlies.
big man who can rebound and protect the rim. That's not Melo.
that is Joakim Noah.
But Joakim Noah's on a horrible contract, and they want to preserve cap space for this summer so they can go out and get one of the marquee free agents.
But if you can add a player like Melo, how many free
What they
agents
want-
coming into this class
The
are better
Celtics
than
are gonna-
Carmelo Anthony?
What?
There are no players coming into this free agent class better than Carmelo.
Blake Griffin. But
Oh, Carmelo! I would rather have Carmelo.
Carmelo
than
is
Blake
better
Griffin.
than Blake.
Blake Griffin,
Is he
he's,
better than
he's
Chris
too
Paul?
mercurial.
Chris Paul is not going to the Celtics.
Chris Paul's he's
I
not
know.
leaving. He's not leaving the Clippers.
But
You don't
here's
even
the
need a
thing.
point guard there.
Exactly.
The only way Chris
Stacked
Paul goes
up
to the
with
Celtics is if Carmelo Anthony makes it to the Celtics.
But the Celtics will
But
not
because
trade.
that chemistry,
the Celtics
that
will not
best
trade
friend
for
bond that they have, let's keep in mind that Carmelo Anthony was the best man at Chris Paul's wedding, right? So that's the only way Chris Paul is leaving the Clippers.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
if he's
I'm
going
saying
somewhere
that the
to meet
Clippers
up
may
with
not
LeBron,
trade.
anywhere, going with
I'm
anywhere
not
to
saying
meet
Chris
up
Paul's
with LeBron, meet up with Melo, meet up with Dwayne Wade, which I don't see
I'm
happening.
not saying Chris Paul's going to Celtics. What I'm saying is they're not going to trade for Carmelo Anthony because the Knicks are going to ask for those Brooklyn picks. I
The Knicks are going to ask for that.
Yes,
Brooklyn
and
pick.
they
If
were
were not
Yes,
there,
but if you look
package
at
or
if they can hold on to the 2017 and the 2018 pick, I think they'll be okay parting with 2019 because they have the
Well, they
Memphis
don't have
pick, the
the-
Clippers pick, and their own pick. That's 3 more
But the
picks.
Knicks are going to ask for more. Is what I'm
The
saying.
Knicks are going to want the Brooklyn Nets pick for this upcoming draft,
Yes, and they're
which
not going to
which is projected right now to be the number 1 pick. in the
Yes,
draft.
yes, and that's going to be the trade of Markel Fultz for a 32-year-old Carmelo Anthony. That's not a good trade.
I see one other trade that could possibly happen. And no, we say this every year, but I see DeMarcus Cousins being in a green uniform.
All right, I'm finishing the video. We're
I'm
stopping
serious.
right there. That's
No.
not happening.
I'm serious. This
I
could
think
be
Brandon
a
Knight
great
is a
thing.
player.
This could
DeMarcus
be a
Cousins
great
is
thing
not
for
being
DeMarcus
traded.
Cousins.
He's not being traded.
This would be a
DeMarcus
great thing
Cousins
for
said,
DeMarcus Cousins.
said
Oh my,
2 days
let
ago
me
that he
talk.
wants to resign. That he wants to resign
Yeah.
with the Kings.
I think Dave
Does
Does
that
he
York
Besides-
really
besides-
though?
besides-
Does he really want to stay in the losing environment that the Kings are?
Look,
They're an
he's-
awful franchise.
look,
They're
he's
the
a
worst
war.
franchise in sports.
now they have the 8th seed because they got a great coach. Dave Yorger is a great coach. I think that Cousins, he's really clicking with him.
And besides, Rudy Gay's contract is up this offseason, as is Darren Collison.
Yeah, but
have
no
cap
one really
space.
wants to go there.
I really think that if the Celtics make a trade for DeMarcus Cousins, I think that would be a great thing for both sides. One, the Kings will probably get picks to rebuild
Look,
their
Brad
franchise.
Stevens has already said he doesn't want to coach DeMarcus Cousins. I'd rather have Brad Stevens
But
become a Celtics
but
fan than
okay,
DeMarcus
but
Cousins.
honestly, listen. If DeMarcus Cousins comes to Boston, his whole attitude
We're talking
could
about the best center in the
completely
NBA.
change.
It
Yeah,
could,
the
but
best.
it could, but I don't think it will.
It can easily change. The most important thing
It's
that
his
he likes,
personality.
the most important thing is his personality. No, it's not the person. It's his winning. He likes to win. He wants to win, and he's not gonna do that in Sacramento. He's gonna want to be traded sometime or another. He's gonna.
He has already talked contract extension with Sacramento.
Yeah,
he's
he's
been talking
loyal.
contract extension with them for the last week.
Yeah, I mean,
I
look,
still
Boston
don't
might
think
help
that
because he's back with his old buddies. And look, if he's getting traded anywhere, it's to the Denver Nuggets. And
No way.
Reuniting with
No,
his
he's
old,
not
with his
going.
old coach,
He
Mike,
is
Coach Mike Malone, who he respects.
no,
okay?
no. That's all
Why
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
say.
no, no, no?
Because there's no way the Nuggets are gonna pull that off. They don't have enough. They don't have enough of the top tier talent or picks. Because what happens is that if they trade away,
Look, the
if they
Celtics are
trade
not
for
gonna give up the
Cousins,
Brooklyn
their
picks
pick
for
isn't
DeMarcus
worth
Cousins.
much. And
All
they
right.
don't have the star
They
players
have
already on the
They have
roster.
Jamal. They have Jamal Murray.
Okay,
That's
okay,
a-
okay,
that's a
okay,
terrible
okay.
idea.
Hey! Thank you very much to our
Jamal Murray's
distinguished
a very
panelists.
sensible asset.
This has been the Roblox NBA video. See you later.
The Warriors blew a 3-1 lead.